Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So since it is Halloween this month, I decided to create kind of like a mermaid skin SFX makeup tutorial, and also this was my first time ever working with any SFX, any liquid latex, any like fake blood, anything like that, and it was actually very easy. So I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. I'm gonna get right into it and show you guys how I did everything step by step. I'm gonna mention all the products that I use, and I'm also gonna list them down below. So the very first thing you guys will need is liquid latex. It doesn't really matter the brand, but I use MEHRON, and you guys can find this on their website. I actually got this from Amazon, and if you're, you know, in the rush to get this before Halloween, you can do it Amazon 2-day shipping. So another thing that is actually kind of optional, because you could use red paint or red eyeshadow for this. I prefer to use this blood gel to kind of make it look like the blood is dripping. So this one is also from MEHRON. You can get this from their website or Amazon and get that 2-day shipping. Another thing you're gonna need is some tissues. It doesn't matter the brand, but tissues is what we're gonna use to create the scar. So another thing that I use, but this is also completely optional, is the color palette. So this is what the inside of it looks like. It's from MEHRON Makeup, and it's the Paradise Makeup one. I will link everything that I mentioned below. Alright, and also make sure you kind of get some makeup sponges that you don't really care about ruining, or an old beauty blender. Don't use something that you actually will use later, because it may get a little messed up with all the latex and all that. So I just got these from the drugstore. I also use these paintbrushes, which I also got from Amazon. And alright you guys, so I already did this side of my face, so I'm gonna go ahead and create the same thing over here. If you are planning on doing this before Halloween, make sure that you do a test on your skin with latex, because some people are allergic and they can cause a really big reaction. Okay, so the very first thing I'm gonna do is take this NYX Wonder Pencil, and I'm just gonna outline where I wanna create the scales on the skin. So just make sure you carve it out. It really doesn't matter if you use a black eyeliner or a white eyeliner, it doesn't matter, just as long as you carve it out. Okay, so now I'm grabbing this eyeshadow palette, which I'm basically going to use to color my skin. I used paint before here, but I actually think this eyeshadow palette is really nice, and all you need is eyeshadows to really create this look. You don't have to go out and buy paint or anything like that. Okay, so this is the BPERFECT Carnival palette. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of color in the scales, and I want to create a bit of a gradient. So I'm going to go in with the color Mood, Mint, and Envy, and just kind of create a bit of a gradient or like an ombre. So first I'm using the color Mood around here, and this is like a navy color. Now I'm going to go in with Sky, which is a lighter blue. So now I'm going to go in with the color Mint, which is kind of like a pastel green, and add that into the center right here. So now I'm going to go in with the color Breezy, and this is kind of like a shimmery light blue. I'm going to use my fingers, and I'm just going to apply this all over the circle I created. And I'm going to go in with Recharge. And I'm kind of just adding that into the outsides of the scar. Okay, so now you're gonna need a very small brush. I like to use the one from Suva Beauty. It's a 610 brush. So you guys can see it is very tiny. So I'm gonna use this tiny brush to kind of create the scales inside this area right here. So I'm actually using the Suva Beauty black liner, and this one is in grease. So for me, out of this whole entire tutorial, I actually think doing the scales is the most difficult, because it's like kind of hard to get it perfect. So you just want to go slowly and take your time to create the scales. So I'm going to start from right up here, and I'm creating rows when I'm doing the scales. Alright you guys, so now I'm picking up two pigments. This one is Icy from P. Louise. This one is also from P. Louise and it's Sugar Daddy. If you guys want, use any glitter, any iridescent highlight that you guys have for this part. So now I'm grabbing this Morphe brush. It's an M326 and I feel like it'll fit perfectly inside the scales. First I'm going in with Sugar Daddy, which is the bluish silvery pigment. So now I'm going in with Icy, which is the green pigment. Alright you guys, so now we're gonna get into the most important part of this whole entire look, which is creating the latex look, kind of like the open scar wound. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is pick up my liquid latex. I'm gonna get my tissue paper. Alright you guys, so this is super important. Make sure you pick up a piece of paper and you kind of just open it up. So just open up the tissue paper like this, because this is what we're gonna use to create that open wound. So now you have more of a thinner tissue paper. So we're gonna put that on the side because we're gonna need it. So go ahead and grab a flat paint brush, and I'm dipping that in water first. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put my brush into the liquid latex and put that around the wound. And we're gonna kind of work fast, and I'm gonna work in sections. So I'm gonna do this side of the wound first. Okay, so now you're gonna get your tissue paper and just take out a pretty good amount. Okay, so this amount of tissue paper is how much we're gonna need. So now that we have our liquid latex, we're gonna go ahead and grab that little piece of tissue paper and apply it right there. We're gonna apply the liquid latex on top of the tissue paper that we just added. I'm gonna go ahead and add one more layer. So take your tissue paper and just break off as much as you need. Apply some more liquid latex on top. So now I'm just kind of opening up the tissue paper right here to make it seem like it's like a scar that opened up, like your skin's kind of just opening up right here. So I'm going to quickly apply latex. I forgot to apply it underneath. So now I'm applying some tissue paper right up here, and I'm just going to go like this to kind of carve it up, make it seem like the skin is like opening up. Apply your liquid latex again. So I'm going to go ahead and add another layer right here. You can go ahead and add as many layers as you find necessary. Just rip that off there. Alright guys, so I went ahead and added one more layer. So I think in total I have like about 3 or 4 layers on my skin of tissue. So I'm going to go in just a little bit with foundation, the same foundation that I have on my skin already. So I'm just waiting till this dries down a bit. So adding foundation on top of the latex is going to make it look more realistic, like it actually is a wound on your face. So I'm just grabbing the MEHRON Makeup Paradise Makeup color palette. If you guys want, you can go ahead and use an eyeshadow palette. Alright, so now I'm grabbing this flat paintbrush and I'm just mixing the red in the MEHRON Makeup with the brown. And I'm just going to apply that around the wound. So we're just adding a little bit of red in the opening of the wound. If you guys don't have like red watercolor, you can go ahead and use red eyeshadow. And now I'm going to be mixing red with a little bit of blue to kind of create a purple color. Okay, so now that this wound is looking crusty, dusty, and busty, we're gonna go ahead and grab the MEHRON Makeup Fake Blood Gel. So my favorite part of this tutorial is definitely adding the fake blood. So I'm gonna add the most, like at the bottom right here, just let it drip. And I'm just adding it to the outer circle. And getting a little bit in the inside right here. Okay, so now that we're done with the wounds, I feel like that was pretty successful for my first time. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the rest of my eye makeup, highlight, and all that. So I'm just applying Jeffree Star's Money Honey onto my highlight right up here. So I really like that highlight because if you guys are going out for Halloween night, you know I love to take a bunch of pictures. Like I take at least 100 pictures on Halloween. So I want to make sure whatever highlight I'm wearing is blinding, it's in your face, it's going to show up at night. So I definitely recommend using Jeffree Star highlights. This is the Supreme Frost, but any one of his highlights are really nice as well. So I'm going to mix the blue right underneath Money Honey. So I'm going to go ahead and contour because I didn't do that before and I feel like I'm looking like the Pillsbury Doughboy and I really need to contour. So I'm just going to use my Hourglass bronzer. This is the Luminous Bronze Light Bronzer. And I'm just going to adding a little bit of bronzer here, a little bit of space I have, and I'm just mixing that in with the highlights that I have. So I'm going to grab my favorite palette at the moment, which is the BPERFECT Cosmetics Carnival palette. Alright, so my lids are primed with the P. Louise base. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to start this bright ass makeup look. Alright, so I'm going to start with the color Sky, and I'm just going to apply that to the crease. Feel free to bring this all the way out underneath, get crazy with it, it's Halloween. Right, so first we're applying Sky all over the crease, and then we're going in with Mood, which is that darker navy color. So now grabbing Mood with that same Sigma tapered blending brush, we're just gonna go into the outer V right here. So has anyone started watching the Haunted House on the Hill? This shit is fucking scary. Written by Stephen King, and I just started watching it and it's really, really good. So let me know in the comments below if you guys have started watching that because that is so fucking scary, and it is on Netflix. And I've only gotten into like the first episode so far and I really want to keep on watching, but no one around me wants to watch it because they think it's too scary, but I don't want to watch it alone either, so kind of running out of options here. Okay, so now I'm going in with Breezy. You can go ahead and actually use your fingers for this. Alright you guys, so I am actually gonna get these glitters. This is from dazzlemeglitter.com. So I just feel like my forehead is looking a little empty right now and I just need to be a little extra and just press down. Okay guys, so for my lip, I decided to go with this matte lipstick. It's called Plumera and it's from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Alright you guys, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was my first kind of SFX tutorial and it was honestly really fun to do. I would love to do more, so let me know in the comments below anything else you would like to see and I will try my best to do it. So if you guys did use a liquid latex like I did, it's super easy to get rid of. You just basically peel it off. Kind of enjoyable in a weird way for me, but make sure to subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram at Beautybydreav, and I will see you guys next time.